Good morning students. Welcome to online teaching session of Academic World School Pimitra. So we were doing admission of a partner and subtopics which we covered. Previously which we covered were revaluation, partner's capital, balance sheet and capital adjustment. So there is a tough task to solve the capital adjustment. Okay. So I am doing almost each and every question from each topic to make you clear that what do you mean by the capital adjustment. Is this clear? For this, now I am going to solve question number 81. So two partners are there in question 81, that is A and B. They are having profit sharing ratio as 3:1. C is going to be admitted, or C joins the firm for 1/4 share. So as you all know that firstly we need to calculate new profit sharing ratio, as capital adjustment should always be solved through new ratio. Okay, so let the total share be 1, so remaining share would be equal to 1 minus 1/4, that is 3/4. Clear? A's new ratio, that would be equal to old ratio of A 3/4 into remaining share, that is 3/4, gives you 9/16. B's new ratio would be equal to B's old share multiplied by remaining share, gives you 3/16. And C's new ratio, it is given in the question itself, that is 1/4 multiplied by, to make the denominator equal, multiply this term by 4/4, gives you 4/16. Clear? So now we are having new ratio of all the partners, that is 9:3:4. This is their new ratio. What is the use of new ratio? New ratio is calculated for the purpose of capital adjustment. To solve the capital adjustment, we need to calculate new ratio. Clear? After that, sacrificing ratio would be same as their old ratio, that was 3:1. It is given here in the question that old ratio was 3:1. So sacrificing ratio between the partners would be 3:1, as new partner is admitted for fractional form. Admitted in fractional form. Clear to you? After that, C brings rupees 60,000 as his capital. So one journal entry can easily be passed, that is cash account debit to C's capital account, amount being 60,000. Clear? One adjustment is given, that is goodwill of the firm. It is given in the question, goodwill of the firm, which is valued at 24,000. C is unable to bring his share of goodwill premium in cash, but goodwill of the firm which is given in the question is rupees 24,000. Clear? Firstly we need to calculate C's share of goodwill. So C's share of goodwill premium would be equal to 24,000 multiplied by his share, which gives you 6,000 rupees. Is this clear? For this 6,000 we have to pass one journal entry. So what would be the journal entry? As C was unable to bring his share of goodwill premium in cash, so C's account is to be debited. Journal entry would be C's account DR, amount being 6,000, to sacrificing partners capital account, that is to A's capital account and to B's capital account. Amount of 6,000 to be distributed in sacrificing ratio gives you 4,500 and 1,500. 6,000 multiplied by 3/4, 6,000 multiplied by 1/4. This is the amount of goodwill of C. Clear? After the completion of working note, Now we are going to prepare revaluation account. Format you all know, that is particulars, amount, credit side, debit side. So nature of this account is nominal. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Whatsoever the amount of losses, whatsoever the amount of expenses are to be posted on debit side. Clear? Whatsoever the amount of income, whatsoever the amount of gain is to be posted or shown in credit side. So first adjustment is land and building were valued at 65,000. Previously the value of land and building which is given in the above balance sheet was rupees 40,000. Now it is estimated at rupees 65,000, which means that there is a profit of 25,000 to be posted on credit side by writing by land and building amount being 25,000. Clear now? Land and building, previously the value was 40. Now it is estimated at rupees 65,000, which means that there is a profit. There is an increment in the value of land and building by rupees 25,000. So there is a profit of 25,000. So on the credit side, write by land and building amount being 25,000. Clear? Second adjustment, plant and machinery. The value of plant and machinery which is given in the above balance sheet is rupees 70,000. Value of plant and machinery given in above balance sheet 70,000. Clear? Now it is estimated at rupees 60,000. So now there is fall in the value of plant and machinery. Value of plant and machinery reduces by 10,000, which means that there is a loss. So write on the debit side to plant and machinery amount being 10,000. Clear to you? Plant and machinery previously 70, now it is estimated at rupees 60. So there is fall in the value of plant and machinery by 10,000 rupees. Go on the debit side, write to plant and machinery amount being 10,000. After that, provision for doubtful debt was found in excess by 400. The value of provision in this question is given as rupees 1,000. Value of provision is provision for doubtful debt is rupees 1,000. Now this value was found, it is being found that this value was in excess by 400, which means that actual provision which is to be made against provision for doubtful debt against debtor, actual provision would be for rupees 600. So as we all know that provision is a part of liability. Liability was for rupees 1,000. Now it is found that this liability was in excess by 400, which means that actual provision would be of 600. So there is fall in the value of liability. The value of liability decreases by 400, which means that there is a profit. So write on the credit side by provision for doubtful debt amount being 400. Is this clear? This provision was found in excess by 400, which means that liability was in excess by 400. So there would be decrement, there would be fall in the value of liability by 400. If the value of liability falls down, then it means that there is a profit. So profit to be placed on the credit side of revaluation account by writing by provision for doubtful debt amount being 400. Next heading is a liability of 1200 included in creditor. A liability of 1200 which was included in creditor. Now it is not likely to be paid. That liability is not to be paid to creditor. 1200 is not to be paid to creditors. Okay, which means that again the value of liability falls down, which means that there is a profit. If the value of liability decreases, there is a profit of rupees 1200 to be placed on credit side of revaluation account. That is it. All the headings regarding revaluations are completed. So we need to make the total for the calculation of profit or loss in respect with this account. So total of credit side would be 26,600. Write the same total on the debit side, 26,600. Balancing figure would be 16,600 after the deduction of 10,000. Write here as 2 profit on revaluation A and B. 16,600 to be distributed in which ratio? Old ratio, as revaluation is made for the purpose of profit and loss, which is enjoyed or which is suffered by old partners only. So this profit is to be given or loss to be suffered by old partners. 16,600 profit is there, so it is to be gained by old partners in their respective old ratio, which means that 16,600 into 3 by 4. So 4 4s are 16 and 150 into 3, 0, 5, 4, 12. 12,450 is the amount of A and 4150 is to be gained by B. Clear to you? 16,600 multiply 3 by 4, 16,600 multiply 1 by 4. After that, partners capital account we have to prepare. Partners capital account. Format again you all know that particulars A, B, C. Particulars A, B, C. This one is credit side and this one is debit side. Clear? So this account will start from credit side by writing their respective capitals. That was 50,000 to A and 80,000 to B. Clear? This was their closing capital just before the admission of C. So after the admission of C, we need to make partners capital by writing by balance brought down 50,000 to A and 80,000 to B. One reserve is there, that is general reserve. Amount of general reserve given in balance sheet is rupees 10,000. So 10,000 again to be distributed in old ratio, as this reserve is only created by the old partners. So it is to be distributed between the old partners only by writing by general reserve 7,500 to first partner, 2,500 to second partner. Clear? After that, journal entry, which we have passed earlier, cash account DR to C's capital. C is placed on the credit side. So on credit side, write down by cash account amount to be placed in C's column, rupees 60,000, as he brings 60,000 as his share of goodwill. After that, one more journal entry regarding goodwill. C's current account DR to A to B. A and B are placed on the credit side. A's capital, B's capital. So write here as by C's current account. 4,500 to first partner, 1,500 to second partner, that is B. Now students, listen it very carefully that here you cannot consider this entry as contra entry. As you know that A and B are placed on credit side while C is placed on debit side. Remember cash book, when there was an entry regarding bank to cash or cash to bank, we need to post contra entries on both the sides of cash book. Here entry is same, C to A to B, but here C's current account is debited, not his capital account, and A and B's capital account is credited, and we are preparing capital account only. So this entry is to be placed at one place only, not on the debit side by writing to A to B. Is this clear? So on the credit side, write by C's current account amount to be placed on the credit side of A's capital account and B's capital account. This is not current account. That is why this entry is not to be placed on debit side by writing 2A 2B. Clear? After this, we need to solve capital adjustment. Capital adjustment in this question is based on the basis of new partner's capital. As new partner is bringing 60,000 as his share of capital for 1/4 share. So you need to calculate total capital of the firm. That would be equal to 60,000 multiplied by 4/1. That is reciprocal of C's share. So it gives you 2,40,000 rupees. Is this clear? 60,000 new partner's share of capital multiplied by reciprocal of his share, that is 4/1. 2,40,000 is the amount of total capital. Now calculate A's new capital. That would be equal to 2,40,000 multiplied by his new profit sharing ratio. Earlier I have mentioned that capital adjustment should always be solved in new ratio only in any of the chapter, either retirement or admission or death or change in profit sharing ratio. In any of the chapter, capital adjustment is always to be solved in new ratio. So after getting the amount of total capital of the firm, that is works out at rupees 240 in this case, multiply that by new ratio, that is 9/16. B's capital that would be equal to 2,40,000 into 3/16, and C's capital as it is given in the question itself, so you either can calculate or not to be shown in the working note, it's your choice. So multiply 16 15000, it gives you 1,35,000. So 15 3s are 45,000, and C's capital is given in the question, that is 60,000. These would be considered as their respective closing capitals: 1,35,000, 45,000, 60,000. Clear class? These would be considering as their closing capital after the admission of C. Just after the admission of C, their total capital, which is based on new partner's capital, works out at rupees 240. Now this 240 should be multiplied by their respective new ratio: 9/16, 3/16 and 4/16. So after multiplication, A's capital answer is 1,35,000. B's capital 240 multiplied by 3/16, as his new ratio was 3/16, that is 45,000. 240 into 4/16, that is 60,000. Now his capital would be 135. His capital would be in the new partnership. His capital would be 45. His capital, 60,000. Now make the total. 50 plus one item is left. That is profit of revaluation. So write by revaluation account. Amount is 12450 and 4150. Clear? Now make the total. 50, 57,500, 62, 74,450. Total of credit side of A is 50,000, 7,500, 4,500 and 12450. Make the total. 0, 5, 14, 4, carry 1, 8, 6, 14, carry 1, 74,450. His capital till now, after the distribution of all the profits and his capital, 50 plus general reserve amount of profit plus C's current account amount of premium which he gained plus revaluation, that is profit of revaluation. His total is 74,450. Now he has to make his capital equal to 1,35,000. So calculate the deviation between these two amounts. 1,35,000 minus 74,450. This is his actual capital, and this capital he should be in the form of this capital after the admission of C. So after deduction, balancing figure would be 60,550. So he need to bring this much amount to make his capital proportionate according to his profit sharing ratio. So he need to bring 60,550 to make his capital equal to 1,35,000. Is this clear? His new capital being 1,35,000. To make his capital equal to 1,35,000, he need to bring 60,550 as his capital. After that, make the total of B 80,000, 2,500, 1,500, and the amount of profit of revaluation account, that is 4,150. I think total would be 88,150. $88,150. His capital till now, after the distribution of all the profits and general reserve, his capital is 88,150, and his capital should be rupees 45,000. So his capital is in excess with 43,150. He is having an excess capital of 43,150. So he need to withdraw his capital after the admission of C, that is 43,150. Now see students, here the total of credit side is smaller and the total of debit side is bigger one. So the balancing figure we need to post on credit side, as the total of credit side is shorter than the total of debit side. Unlike, or in this case, B's capital 80, 25, 15 and 4150. The total of credit one is bigger than the debit side. Total of credit side was 88,150. Total of debit side, as his capital would be now, his capital would be 45,000. So 88,150 minus 45. 43,150, total of credit minus total of debit. His capital just before the admission of C was rupees 88,150, and after the admission of C, his capital would be of rupees 45,000. So he need to withdraw this amount from partnership firm, that is 43,150. And in case of C, 60,000 is placed on credit side and 60,000 is placed on debit side. His account is already being balanced. Now make the total of both the sides. Total would be same. 1,35,000, 88,150 and 60,000. Clear students? Firstly, you need to make revaluation account. After that, you need to solve capital adjustment. 60,000 amount of capital brought in by new partner multiplied by reciprocal of his share, that is 4 by 1, gives you 2,40,000 considering total capital of the firm. After that, A's capital, B's capital, C's capital, 240 into new ratio, 240 into new ratio, 240 into new ratio, 135, 45, 60 respectively, 135, 45, 60 respectively. Clear? After that, calculate the balancing figure. on the debit side or on the credit side. Now see one thing, this capital adjustment is based on by opening current account, not by cash account. Previously we have learned that balancing figure is to be adjusted by bringing in certain amount of capital or by withdrawing certain amount of capital. But in this case, cash account is not to be opened. This capital, it is given in the question itself that it is being adjusted by opening current account. That is why I have opened current account of A and current account of B. The amount to be brought in by A through his current account is 60,550 and the amount that should be withdrawn by B through current account is 43,150. I hope complete partner's capital is clear to all. After that, the final step, that is preparation of balance sheet. Format, you know, liabilities, amount, assets, amount. Now firstly we will make liability side. On the liability side, first item that is given in the previous year's balance sheet is capital balances. Now we are having three partners, A, B and C. Their respective capital balances, closing capital balances are 135,000, 45,000, 60,000. Total capital of the firm you can write, that is, or after adding up all the three capitals, that would be turned out as 2,40,000 rupees. One more item is there, that is general reserve. We have already distributed in partners capital. After that, one item is there, that is creditors. The amount of creditor, previously it was 70,000 and there was a profit against the amount of creditors by rupees 1200. 1200 firm need not to pay to the creditors. So after the deduction, the actual amount which is to be paid to creditor after the deduction of 1200, 68,800 is the amount which is to be paid to creditors. On the asset side, first item is land and building. Amount which is given in the balance sheet was 40,000 and there was a profit of 25,000 against land and building. So 65,000 is the actual amount of land and building to be placed on the asset side. After that, plant and machinery. Plant and machinery, previously it was of rupees 70,000 and there is a loss of 10,000 against plant and machinery. So 60,000 is the actual amount to be placed on asset side. After that, stock is given, no adjustment was there. So 30,000 was the value, same amount is to be placed. After that, debtors. The amount of debtor which is given in outside column is rupees 34,000 and there was a profit of 400 against the amount of debtor. So 34,400 is the actual amount of debtor to be placed. After that, one more item is there, that is investment. Amount of investment was 26,000. No such adjustment was there, so same amount is to be placed. After that, cash. Cash of rupees 10,000 is given in balance sheet and new partner brings 60,000 as his capital in cash. So the actual amount of cash being 70,000. I hope all the items are clear. Land and building, plant and machinery, stock, debtors, investment, cash. Now see one thing. This C's current account, when we are posting this entry into the ledger account, so the journal entry was C's current account debit journal entry was C's current account debit to A to B, that is A's capital account and B's capital account. Amount was 6,000, 4,500 and 1,500. A and B are placed on credit side, that is why we have placed this entry on the credit side of A and B by writing C's current account. One aspect of this journal entry is already being posted on the credit side of partner's capital account. What would be the effect of second aspect? As this is placed on the debit side and it is not being posted anywhere in the question. So this debit, as we all know that assets are having debit balances. So this debit is to be placed on the asset side by writing C's current account amount is 6,000. Okay, at one place it is credited 45 and 15, total 6,000. It is placed on the credit side in the solution. So second effect would be on the debit side in the solution itself to make double entry bookkeeping satisfied. C's current account 6,000. Clear? After that, by A's current account. Again, if the adjustment is to be, necessary adjustment is to be made by cash, if it is mentioned or stated in the question, then it should affect the cash balance. This would be added into the cash balance and this amount is to be deducted from cash balance. Now, adjustment is to be made through current account by opening current account. So here current account is placed on credit side. Is this clear? So it should be placed on debit side at once. So A's current account, that would be 60,550, and here B's current account is placed on debit side. So it must to be placed at once on credit side. B's current account, that is 43,150. Now after all the posting, after all the items which are to be posted either on partner's capital, it is to be brought forward or carry forward to balance sheet. After that, make the total 1 plus 2 plus 3, total of liability side. Total of asset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total should be equal. I hope complete question is clear to all. Assignment is given in your ERP. Please do solve the assignment on regular basis, as this chapter is having at least 100 questions. So you need practice to solve, or you need practice to learn these types of capital adjustment, preparation of balance sheet, preparation of revaluation and all. I hope this video would serve you in a better way. Thank you and have a nice day.